Imagine owning a brand new designer home, built in just 40 days, for around $80,000. Sounds impossible, right? Well, a US startup called Capsul says it's not only possible, it's about to happen right here in Australia. Capsul, founded by entrepreneur Ali Zaidi, has announced a $10 million investment to bring its modular designer pods to Australia. Each one is built off-site in a controlled facility, complete with a kitchen, bathroom, flooring, and even solar-ready wiring, and then delivered to your land, ready to move in. Think of it like ordering a tiny luxury home, the way you'd order a new car. Ali Zaidi says this isn't just a housing company, it's a revolution. In his words, in 30 to 40 days, we can build a space that changes a life, powers a business, or builds a community. Capsul's designs have that clean, Scandinavian-inspired look. Lots of timber, natural light, and minimalist styling. And they're not just for first home buyers. They're attracting interest from retirees, Airbnb hosts, and even developers planning eco-resorts and capsule villages across regional Australia. Instead of spending years building a traditional home, buyers can get a modern, beautifully designed space in a matter of weeks, for a fraction of the cost. But not everyone's calling it a magic fix. Melbourne buyers advocate and mortgage broker Madeline Roberts says modular homes aren't a silver bullet, but they could still make a real difference. It's not the whole solution, she says, but it's part of it. They're fast, practical, and affordable, a good option for families who want to add a separate space for grandparents or adult kids. The problem, though, isn't the homes, it's the rules. Planning and zoning laws are still a major barrier, especially in states like Victoria, where modular homes are treated exactly the same as traditional builds. Even if it's built in a factory, you still need the same permits, compliance checks, and approvals, and that can take months. Queensland's system is a bit more flexible. Any modular home over $11,000 still needs a permit, but the process can move faster for temporary or relocatable dwellings. In New South Wales, things get a little more complicated. Relocatable and flat-pack homes fall under the Manufactured Homes and Movable Dwellings framework, meaning most still need development consent if they're used as permanent housing. And that leaves a lot of smaller builders stuck in limbo. If it's on wheels, it can sometimes bypass approval, Ms. Roberts explains, but once you hook up plumbing, you're back to full compliance. South Australia follows similar rules too, requiring modular projects to meet all the same energy, fire, and safety standards as a normal home. So while modular homes are technically ready, the system around them is still catching up. Mortgage broker Rebecca Stella says, despite those hurdles, modular living is quickly gaining momentum, especially as governments start relaxing rules for secondary dwellings and backyard homes. People are rethinking what they really need, she says. These homes are cheaper, faster, and more sustainable, and they'll only get better as regulations catch up. Victoria's new reforms are a big example. They now allow small backyard homes without a full planning permit. If you can add one of these to your backyard without going through months of paperwork, Stella says, that's huge. It opens the door for families, downsizers, or young adults who want to stay close to home, but still have their own space. Interest is strongest in lifestyle regions like Torquay, Lorne, and Byron Bay, where people want flexible guest spaces, studios, or short-stay rentals. And while a 100K home won't solve the housing crisis overnight, Stella says it highlights something important. People want freedom and affordability, and this points in that direction. At the end of the day, Capsul's 40-day homes might not be the final answer, but they do show just how hungry Australians are for new ideas. As housing costs rise and red tape slows construction, maybe innovation, not tradition, is the key to unlocking the dream of home ownership again. So what do you think? Would you live in an $80,000 modular home if it meant getting your foot in the market faster? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories about Australia's property future.